Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, welcome to your September 2023 tea and tarot reading. I will be sipping on this beautiful cup of tea for the air signs, and we will be reading the tea leaves for all the air signs at the end of this video. But first, I'm going to be pulling some tea leaf cards with tarot clarification for each of the air signs. There will be timestamps in the description so that you can find your particular sign. And if you would like your own personal teacup reading, I am now offering those as well. You can book that with me on my website. I will leave a link to it in the description of the video, as well as links for the tea I am drinking, the cup I am using, and the cards I am using if you're interested in that. All right, let's get into your reading. All right, Gemini, let's see what we have going on for you with your tea leaf cards. We'll start here, and we will, of course, have tarot clarification. Gemini, September. All right, we'll put that one and that one. Put those aside. What do we have for the Geminis? Okay, we have a unicorn. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. And then we have getting together with friends, the dogs. Okay. And remember to apply the energies to your life. All right, so we have the first one here is use your intuition to make beneficial changes. All right, let's see what we need to know about that for you, Gemini. And of course, unicorns are very much about your uniqueness, doing things your way. And doing things differently too. Or others may perceive you as doing things very differently. But to you, it's just normal, right? All right, let's see what we have for you, Gemini. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. We have the Five of Cups, the Two of Cups, no reversals, this deck, and the Page of Wands. Okay. So you do need to, perhaps, as the energies are suggesting here, put something in perspective with the Five of Cups. Put something perhaps in perspective, make peace with it, come to terms with it. This is something that could have happened 5 weeks ago, 5 days ago, 5 months ago, 5 years ago. I think it's fairly recent. I think, though, whatever it is, it was disappointing, but not devastating is what I'm feeling. This can also be that you're just kind of just feeling a little blue and melancholy. That's just could be like same old, you're getting tired of the grind, that type of energy. What's always important to notice with the Five of Cups is that we do have 2 cups over here, but the back is turned to them. And then we have a Two of Cups right next to it. So you do have 2 more opportunities that you are not seeing right now. Your emotions are too caught up still in the past, and it's really time to just kind of put something into perspective and let it go. I mean, I'm not talking about some sort of devastating grief. That's different. I'm just talking about something that was a disappointment. So interesting, we're getting the Two of Cups. So there is healing in you sharing your feelings and connecting with other people. The beneficial changes involve you, I think, getting some feedback, maybe having a heart-to-heart with someone close to you to give you advice on how to move forward and begin some sort of new initiative in your life with the Page of Wands. Pages are very much about beginnings. This also, since we have a Page of Wands, it could be something that you're dealing with somebody who is childlike, childish. You could be dealing with a literal child also. And trying to find a way to reach out to them, have the heart-to-heart with them, and make a beneficial change for both of you if perhaps their behavior has been disappointing you in the past. So that's possible. But overall, what I'm really feeling here is that you have an opportunity to make 2, since it says changes here, beneficial changes, 2, with the 5 of Cups, the 2 Cups, 2 beneficial changes in your life and planting the seeds and moving forward with more hope and optimism and a plan. The Wands, like something concretely that you're going to be doing to make these changes happen. This is not just about talking about the changes. You need to actually take action on them. So 2 of Cups, very, very nice. As I said, you may be having a heart-to-heart. Ariel almost just shut off the video. You may be, she just did that. She put her paw on the keyboard. You can't see her right now, maybe, but so you may be having, like I said, a heart-to-heart with somebody. Very healing. This also, though, could be, so you could be having the heart-to-heart, but also you could be seeking the advice or making a deal or having an interview or having a meeting with somebody else as well to help you take action on this. So it may be a 2-step process. I need to have a heart-to-heart with somebody close to help me figure this out. And then I need to go find the professional or go find the resource or go to the job interview or whatever it is. Like I've got to go then to have this other meeting to get the ball rolling to make the changes happen. Now, as it says here, use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Yes, I do think, though, that you're going to get maybe an intuitive download of how to do that by having a conversation, a heart-to-heart with somebody close to you that you trust. Right now, your intuition may be slightly clouded because of the 5 of Cups. If you're still in a 5 of Cups funk, sometimes when we're in that, our intuition doesn't always function to the optimal level. So you could improve your intuitive understanding and knowing by having that combo with somebody else. Okay, all right, let's see what else we got going on here. Gemini, we'll set that aside, put our unicorn there, and now we have the dogs. Getting together with friends. Now, these could be your dog friends. They have 2 dogs. I know a Gemini who has 2 dogs, and they actually kind of look like this. I mean, they're doodles, so they don't have the long hair, but one is darker and one is lighter, so that's kind of funny. Okay, so getting together with your dog friends, getting together with friends, it's important for you, I think, if you are feeling a little 5 of Cupsy right now, in the month of September, it's important for you to take time out to socialize, get together with your buddies, and relax. Okay, so let's see what else we got going on here with this getting together with friends. What do we need to know about that for you? All right, let's see, Gemini. Oh, Ace of Swords, beautiful. The Fool, my goodness. And the Knight of Wands, wow. Okay, I'm having a flashback to 1996 right now. In my own life, I'm having a flashback. This reminds me, this energy and this getting together with friends is reminding me of July 1996 when I was living in a place that was an old house and it had a big lawn in the front. And that lawn faced a park where they had the 4th of July fireworks. And I decided to have a big old party. And I had a big old party and it was like friends invited friends. And it was just really awesome. And we were all on the front lawn for the fireworks. It was fantastic. But at that party, a friend of a friend said, hey, do you know anybody who wants to sublease an apartment in Manhattan? And they're like, oh, Stella, somebody else was at the party. One of my friends heard this and said, Stella's, wants to do that. She wants to move to Manhattan. And boom, boom, boom. I was moved in 3 weeks because of a conversation, Ace of Swords, somebody else was having about an opportunity to move forward in my life. Knight of Wands. This is exactly the energy that is coming up, Gemini, in your cards right here. So through some sort of social gathering, you are presented with an offer, an idea, a eureka moment, an aha moment, Ace of Swords, that leads you on a brand new adventure. Now, this could be a brand new creative adventure, intellectual adventure, It could be like what happened to me. This is a moving card. This is a brand new beginning. So could be something like that. It just depends on your personal life and what you got going on. But this is excellent, excellent energy. Talk about being able to quickly move out of some sort of melancholy energy. This is fantastic. Now, of course, the swords is your energy. So this is a fresh mindset. This is cutting through, again, maybe that melancholy or whatever you got going on in your head that's been clogging up the works, so to speak. This is a mental reset as well. And then we had the Page of Wands before. And now we're having the Knight of Wands. So you are going to be moving forward in some important aspects of your life. It is through other people that the inspiration, information, and knowledge, maybe even the motivation, is going to come for you for these new beginnings. We have two new beginnings here. And remember, I said with this too, with the beneficial changes, that there's likely to be two. It's even indicated here. So this is fantastic. New beginning, new beginning. Feeling much freer, lighter, feeling more inspired. This is so good. It could also be that, yes, this idea may come through friends while you're out and about and BSing, and you know how it gets to be sometimes. It is possible too, because we had the Two of Cups before, you might partner with one of these friends to start some sort of new initiative in your life. It could be, hey, let's go walking every day and start getting in shape. Knight of Wands. Let's co-write this book together. Right? This stuff. Let's go on this trip together. Like, let's make plans to travel together. Let's get the ball rolling to do that. You and me, let's go. Let's plan it. This is excellent energy. So I think there's something here that is going to really shift you this month into more optimism with the wands, more forward movement, and more inspired movement as well, both intellectually, emotionally, mentally, and also literally. Like, you're going to be very busy. You could have multiple as well with the friends, the Knight of Wands, multiple social engagements. You could be very busy. And with these two energies here, the Fool and the Knight of Wands, you could also decide, Ace of Swords, to take a little weekend jaunt, a little weekend trip as well, but also plan a bigger trip with a friend, perhaps maybe even in Sagittarius season or next spring in Aries season with the Knight of Wands. So great energies here, Gemini. All right, Libras, let's see what's going on for you in the month of September 2023. Libras, let's see what we have. Let's pull this one and that one. All right, let's see what we have. Okay, we have the Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem, and we have vacation. All right, so let's see what we need to know about that. We will start with the Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Excellent news. We like that. Whoops. All right, let's reshuffle. Let's see what we have. Successfully overcoming a problem. Libras. Ariel is right there supervising. Okay. Good news. Successfully overcoming a problem. Libra. No reversals. All right, we have a Nine of Swords. We have a King of Pentacles. And we have a Six of Pentacles. All right, so likely this has to do with your finances because of the Six of Pentacles that are showing up here. But it also could have to do with resources of any type, time, attention, money, something that you need, some sort of resource that you need, that you haven't had enough of, which could be money, of course, because we got the Pentacles showing up here. This may also have something to do with your living situation because of the King of Pentacles. Pentacles also have to do with your real estate issues, wherever we're living, our real estate, where we hang our hats, so to speak. So there may have been some problems that you have been very worried about for the last 9 months or 9 weeks, I would say, with this Nine of Swords showing up. It could be that maybe you don't like who you've been living with. Maybe you don't like where you've been living. Maybe the rent has just gone up astronomically, as it is everywhere these days, or mortgage payments, or whatever you got going on. It's just been too cost prohibitive to be where you are, and that could be the problem. What I feel is going on here is that you're getting the resources to solve this problem. Now, it might be alone. That's possible with the Six of Coins showing up here. Or it's somebody gifting you what you need. It just is going to depend on your situation. I think this is happening in Virgo season. We have the 9 here. Of course, we're talking about, the 9th month here. But we have the Earth energy. So I would say by the 23rd, so right before your birthday season, there likely is to be some good money news that is coming in. I would just be careful to make sure there's no strings attached. Now, that's not necessarily indicated here unless I take this as part of this. This could be the past, obviously, the Nine of Swords. You've been worried about this. Or perhaps you're worried about the Nine of Swords. You're worried about this, and if there are strings attached to the benevolence you're receiving. Like, this person giving you this leg up, whatever it is, the finances, the opportunity, the place to live, whatever, do they have a string attached? Like, what are you going to have to give in exchange? So that is something to be definitely aware of. You may be solving one problem, but you don't want to create another one behind it. So just be aware of what the fine print is, what the strings attached might be with this scenario, because money is involved. And there could be something going on strange as well with some sort of, it could be a roommate situation, because we have 3 people in the Six of Coins. So it could be some sort of third party situation. Like I said, a roommate or somebody sticking their nose in your business as well, trying to find out what's going on. We have the Taurus energy showing up in the King of Pentacles. That is your 8th house of other people's money as well, Libra. So you have Jupiter there, Uranus is there. So Jupiter, yes, could be bringing some sort of surprising solution financially to help through other people's resources to help you overcome a problem. Jupiter is going to go retrograde. I remember the exact date, but around the second week of September. So Jupiter retrograde, sometimes its effects are lessened a little bit than when he is going direct. So again, I would be very careful and know what I'm getting myself involved in and who I'm getting involved with also with this. You may have some options in terms of what this financial scenario is and how it plays out. That is possible. I do think, again, this King of Pentacles could represent this person here as well. So you could be dealing with some high rollers. You could be dealing with some very strong money bags type individuals. So, but you definitely want to not put yourself in a less than position either. It might be slightly tricky to navigate this. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it could be a little tricky. But if this is just something that it's not so involved personally, if it is just something like getting a second mortgage or getting straightening out a loan situation or consolidating debt or something like that, that may be a little more straightforward. But if this is involving other people and there is some sort of something to do with your personal life, I would just be careful about this. Again, it doesn't mean you can't solve the issue, but just be aware of what this dynamic might be this give and take dynamic. Especially, I'm saying this as well, Libra, because the South Node is transiting your sign right now. So you have to be very careful of any new karmic obligations or contracts you enter into with other people right now with the South Node in your sign. All right, we also have a vacation card, so let's see what we need to know about that with the kite. Let's see. Oh, we will, of course, do a separate money, career, and business reading, so stay tuned for that on the channel, Libra. All right, let's see what we have here with the kite. Oops. All right, let's see. We have the Emperor, the Two of Coins, and the Four of Cups. So we have Aries energy showing up, which is your 7th house of relationships. We have boss energy. We have very headstrong father energy. So it could be a vacation to visit your father, perhaps, if your father's still living. It could be, too, that you make the executive decision that you need a vacation. I feel, though, there's something that is preventing you from feeling like, even if you're deciding, you know what, I need a break, something's preventing you from going, or maybe you feel like you can't go. And it could be you have maybe a very overbearing boss, or you have somebody else in your world that's exhibiting this Emperor energy who's very demanding, and you need a break from them. That's another possibility with these energies. And I say that because the Two of Coins, as you see, I'm juggling all these responsibilities. I got responsibilities to my boss, to my partner, if you have one, maybe to my elderly father or whatever. I got all these things I'm trying to, balls in the air, I'm trying to juggle. Where's time for me? It seems impossible to take a vacation. The universe may step in and bring you an opportunity here. Here you are sitting under the tree thinking, oh, I can't go and do this. And you're annoyed. This is your arms folded and you're like, meh. But the universe could bring an unexpected vacation in terms of maybe a break from this person. Like, it would be a vacation for you to have this person go away for a few days and you don't have to deal with them. You know how it is when the boss is away. I went back in the day, I would always get so excited when, my bosses were gone for like a week or 10 days or whatever. I mean, I still did my work, of course, but I'm talking, this is back like, a couple decades ago, but it was always just like, oh, let's just roll in there whenever. Let's drink coffee all day at our desk. Who cares? As long as we're still answering the phone, they think we're there, right? Well, we were there, but it's like that vibe, and you're finally getting a little bit of a break. So that's possible. But I also feel that it is possible that the universe gives you an invitation, brings an invitation to your door for a little 4-day vacation. It could be a friend saying, hey, we just got this place. Our friends won't be there at that beach house. Come join us. Something like that. I think it's very casual. It's not a big drama or anything. But you do need to decide with this Emperor, you do need to decide that you can escape from this grind, from this infinity loop, feeling overwhelmed with stuff. You do need a break. The fact that this vacation is coming up here suggests to me that you do. So get out from under the tree, get out from whatever you're feeling over here, and say yes to this little time away. I think it would do you a world of good, Libra. All right, Aquarius, let's see what we have going on for your month of September 2023 with the tea leaf cards. Aquarius, let's see what we got. Aquarius. All right. Oh, well, 3 came out. You get a bonus. You get a bonus. Don't tell the other signs. All right, we have a nest, a bird flying, and wind chimes. Okay, very nice. So we have nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. We have bird flying, news on the way, and we have peace and harmony. All right, so that's very nice. The peace and harmony we'll just keep to the side here. I'm not going to clarify that one. That's just a nice message. That making sure that you're feeling peaceful and harmonious in the month of September is important for you, Aquarius. Let's see what we need to know about your nest and what this news is. All right, let's start with the nest. Now, everything's a metaphor with these types of cards, so this can be some message about your family and what's going on within your family. Nest obviously is a metaphor for your home. So let's see what we need to know. Depending on your age and what's going on with the eggs in the nest, could be that maybe there are there's new life that's going to be coming to your nest, whether it's a new furry friend or perhaps new babies or grandbabies or nieces or nephews on the way, that type of thing. All right, let's see. Let's see what we have. Aquarius. Taking care of your family this month is going to be important, as it says, making sure everybody's emotionally secure and loving. All right, look, we have a beautiful family card with the 10 of coins showing up. The Lovers. And the 6 of Swords. Okay. All right. So it may be that there is a discussion in the family, with your partner, if you have a partner, or with a sibling. It's possible. Whatever your collective group is for your family with the 10 of coins here. That there is some sort of discussion about different options with the Lovers here about maybe where to move on to with the 6 of Swords. So an actual, we're having discussions about where we want to go next in terms of our nest, our moving. That's one way to look at these energies. What types of money do we need? What kind of neighborhood do we want to be in? Do we want to live near water? Or do we want to be more in the city, as is with the 10 of coins? The Lovers card here, or do we want to live more near the mountains or the water or the city, right? And the Lovers denotes the choice that needs to be made. And perhaps you and your partner discuss, if you have a partner, discussing, or it could just be the 2 options. We narrow it down to 2. So that's possible for some of you, that you may be making a decision maybe by the end of this month, by the end of Libra season, so by the end of September. You may not move ahead yet until maybe 6 months from now. This is like a longer term plan that might be in the works for you, especially if it involves putting down a big chunk of money, 10 of coins. Well, even if you're moving to another apartment, it's still a big chunk of money with obviously security deposits, moving fees, movers, all of that. But this also could be a big chunk of money, like a down payment on a house too. It just depends on your situation. We will, of course, do a separate money, career, business reading, so stay tuned for that on the channel. But this can be, we're making the decision of how we want to use our money and also where we want to go. And the point is to keep the family secure. This is where clarifying the nest. So where is everybody going to feel emotionally secure and more love? Here's the Lovers, more love in the family. Where will my partner and I, or where will I just feel like I have more opportunities as well? More job opportunities, perhaps, with the 10 of coins here. So it could be connected with that. It could also be that the family is trying to decide on where to go for a vacation. This vacation may take place 6 months from now. It could be a longer term plan because we have major arcana here and because we have the 10 of coins. So, and this is Gemini energy showing up and Gemini energy showing up. So this may be something that is done for the family next June. Like we're going to travel to actually go to the family reunion that somebody's organizing next June. It's that type of thing. Or maybe you're going to have somebody graduate next June, high school or college or something like that. And you all want to take some sort of family vacation. So the talk and the decisions could be happening this month of, well, what are we going to need financially to do that? Where should we go for that? Etc. All the things I just said. Okay. Now, there's another way to look at this energy. Some of you perhaps are telling somebody they need to get out of your house. Okay. I'm not feeling this is necessarily a divorce. We don't have that card here or those energies here, but it can just be, it could be a roommate or it could be a friends with benefits situation, but they've been shacking up at your house. It could be your grown-up kid, whatever. You consider this person family in some way. They may not be literal blood family, but you consider them family. You've tried to help them out. But with the Six of Swords here, they could be leaving of their own accord, but it also could be you kind of say, yo, get out. There's nothing negative here, but the time has come, I think, with the Six of Swords that two are going on. This may be just the guy steering the boat, like a taxi driver or something. It may not be that it's, you and this person, etc. It's the two people or one person leaving on their own. So I hope that makes sense. And that's going to make your nest feel more secure. So there could be a reclamation of your nest if you've been sharing it with someone and they've outworn their welcome in some way. And that would be true, especially because you will feel a sense of mental relief, Six of Swords. Perhaps also financial relief from them moving on and getting out. Get out. Get out now. All right, let's see. Bird flying news is on the way. What news might be coming for you, Aquarius? And there's nothing like super negative there. It's just kind of like, but especially if you've been involved with them in some way, with that lovers, like if there's been a cohabiting sort of situationship going on. I think you're over that. All right, let's see. News is on the way. Bird flying. What do we need to know? Because if that's the situation with the situationship and the home is getting somebody out of the home, it's so you can have peace and harmony in the home. All right, what do we got? We have the Seven of Coins. So news is on the way. The Hermit. So this is happening by Virgo season. Maybe happening the 7th of September. And the Moon. All right. Okay. News is definitely on the way. It has been delayed maybe since Cancer season. So since July. Something you've been waiting on. So end of June into July. Something you've been waiting on has been delayed. You've been worried about it with the Moon card here. Hermit is suggesting keep the faith. This may have something to do with your money or whatever you have invested in and trying to get a hand. Whatever it is. It could be a relationship. Like somebody could have ghosted you in July, right? Whatever it is. Whatever you have invested your time and energy in. Career, money, investments, relationship, a friendship, creative project, whatever. You've been waiting. There has been uncertainty. Is this going to pay off? Should I keep investing my energy in this? You've been a little concerned. Should I keep doing it? You've been trying to stay clear spiritually on this with the Hermit. You've been trying to just take a deep breath and trust the universe, trust spirit, trust your higher self, and just kind of like, I'll get the news. I'll get the green light when I get the green light. So the news is I'm going to have to pull one more card because the Seven of Coins is very much still like, hello, what's going on? So let's pull one more card. We have the full moon in Pisces, which is happening on 29th, 30th, 31st. Then we have the new moon in Virgo. Here's the Virgo happening on September 15th. So this may be happening around the 15th before Mercury will still be retrograde until the 16th, technically. So in Virgo, the Mercury retrograde in Virgo. So the news should come, especially if it's dealing with the past, that something was that you're waiting on something. It should be wrapped up by the end of the Mercury retrograde. So 15th, 16th, 17th. All right, let's just see. We got the 7 here, so it could be the 17th. We have the 18th showing up, of course, here with the new moon. So, all right, with the moon. All right, let's see. What is this What do we need to know about the news when it comes in? I mean, this feels to me like the backstory of what this is. All right, let's see. Let's just crack it open. All right, no reversals. We have the Eight of Wands. So it's going to come in fast. It has to do with options. You're going to have choices. You're going to have a choice in terms of how to respond to this particular news that is on the way. And it is going to get things moving forward again. All right. And we have a Five of Cups. So what I feel with this is Five of Cups is not always negative. It's just that it may not be the thing that you exactly want, but there's going to be other options. And especially that's true because we have an Eight of Wands. There's always other options with an Eight of Wands. So I would stay flexible with what this news is. It may not be exactly what you're wanting to hear, but please open your mind to what the other possibilities are. And those other possibilities may come in very quickly as well afterwards. So it could be a bunch of things kind of like tumble in. And if you take the first one at face value and go into a funk, you might also miss the other things that are quickly coming behind it. So just apply the energies to your life. But, this is overall very favorable. It's just that a Five of Cups can be an emotional disappointment in terms of, how we all get like this. We want things a certain way. And if it doesn't exactly manifest the way we think it should, then we get all like bummed out. But we have to open our minds to the fact that the alternative might actually be better, even though it doesn't perhaps look like that initially. All right, beautiful air signs. I'm going to finish the tea in your teacup, and then we will reconvene and see what the messages are for your September 2023. So keep watching. Well, air signs. This is very interesting. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start with your saucer. Yes, I use a nail file because it's nice and pointy. If that offends you, sorry. Not sorry. I love it. I love my nail file. It's very practical. And that's my Capricorn rising. Very practical. All right. When I look at this saucer, immediately what I got intuitively was bagpipes. A bagpiper. Here's the person's legs. Here is like kind of the thing that sticks out. I don't know bagpipe terminology, so forgive me. And this is like the big bagpipe like sack that they carry. That's what it looked like to me, is their little like hat that they wear on top with the little thing sticking out their head, like carrying the bagpipes. So it's under the Taurus energy, also kind of with the Aries energy here. So it could have something to do with an Aries or Taurus individual in your life. Bagpipes are, I'm again, no expert in bagpipery, but very symbolic of military ceremonies, pride, freedom, of course, Scottish, Irish people, maybe other cultures as well. I'm not familiar, so don't get on me about that. So depending on your own individual associations with bagpipes, I do think of military ceremonies, but others might think of a particular culture and music, and maybe it's more celebratory. So you're going to have to apply the energies to your life as to what that might signify for you. When I was growing up, my uncle gave me, one of my uncles gave me a little like Scottish bagpiper girl doll. It was really cute. And she had that, she had the little kilt and all of that. So maybe you want to go travel to Scotland. It could be something like that. Maybe that's the whole trip thing that some of you are planning. So it could be something like that. But apply that particular connotation to your life, what that might mean. Maybe you need to start listening to some bagpipe music. I used to love, I don't have that radio show anymore, but the Thistle and the Shamrock, I used to love that radio show. That's on public radio, and they would play some bagpipe music, all sorts of Celtic music, awesome, and Scottish. Just great radio station or radio program. All right, your cup is very interesting. There's a lot going on here. Where do I even begin? All right. I'm going to start, I guess I'll start with the bottom of the cup. So we have a big half moon, which could represent the second quarter moon. So in between the new and the full moon. So that might be a timing mechanism for you. You'd have to look that up on the moon calendar. The new moon's on the 15th. The full moon is on the 30th of September. So it might be in between those two times. So maybe right around the start of Libra season, the 23rd. So that time period might be important. We had the nest card. So this symbol does look like a nest, as you can see. It also looks like a crescent moon, as I said. If we look at it as a nest, and which symbolizes the home, we do have several figures popping out of the nest. There's one here, one here. Actually, that looks like a dog. There's a person here. There's a person here standing up. Looks like they have a backpack on and they're this way. So this could indicate several different visitors to the home, activity in the home. Now, the one here that's kind of standing upright, look like a backpack. Maybe that's somebody who's moving out of the home. There could be somebody coming to fix the home. So there's a couple different figures. Somebody may be coming to visit who has a dog, or maybe that's your dog, but there are 4 or 5 figures that are kind of popping out of this nest here. So there could be a lot of people coming, going in the home for whatever reasons you have going on. Now, the moon symbol in your cup does represent home. It represents the emotions. So we have a big X that's here. It's a chunky X, but there's a piece that goes that way and a piece that goes that way. It is kind of cluttered up in the middle, so it is a big chunky X. The X is right over the moon. So the X could be X marks the spot. The X could be, think of the X and you're signing on the dotted line. The X could also be, you could look at it as a cross. I don't know what's an X, but there could be some cross to bear in your heart. Again, the home, the moon is emotions, it's home. To me, an X also is a lot like some sort of scar or something. So there could be something you're dealing with, depending on your personal situation in September, that gets to your heart, right? That kind of touches your heart in a tender place, so to speak. Could be positive or not so positive, depending on what's going on. It could also be something connected with your mother, because moon also rules mother. Maybe there's important X's, again, like signing, commitments. It could be something going on that you're taking on, some sort of commitment for your mother or with your mother. So apply those energies accordingly. Like I said, we do have this nest, and then we have we have energy of this X on the moon, which does represent home as well. We have the crescent, so they're tied together in some way. You could be committing to refurbishing your home, or finally getting people to come in and fix it. As we said, these people coming in, or you're finally, like some of you may be getting somebody to finally move out, but it still feels a little tender to get them booted out of your house, that they're moving on, with that X over the moon. All right. We have some interesting things going on over here. We have a shovel. We have a shovel right here. This looks to me like a big cart. It's over the Mars symbol, which is hidden under here. So we have this big cart, like this carriage, whatever, cart, carriage, box, a box of stuff. We have a shovel. This looks like a hand reaching up. Here's the forefinger pointing. Here's the thumb. Here's the other part of the hand. And then we have what looks like, it could be the letter Y. It also could be like a wishbone. This is all on the snake symbol. The snake symbol here is a stick, and then it has the coily thing of the snake wrapped around the stick. You are trying to shovel out some sort, with the shovel, the hand. You are trying to get rid of some sort of influence in your life that I think has been around for a while, because of this big box or whatever this thing is underneath here. There's a lot of history there. You're trying to get rid of it, but it's a little difficult. The wish is, I'm going to read this a couple of ways. The wish could be, I don't want to have to be snaky or sneaky or duplicitous to deal with this. But by the same token, I got to get rid of this person, this situation. Like, this has got to go because it's not good. It's not healthy in some way with the snake. So snakes can mean treachery, at least in this particular interpretation with the teacup. Can mean treachery. It can mean evil. Yes, snakes can represent transformation, sure. But this shovel and this finger pointing, it's like, you could be pointing your finger at somebody, calling them out on their shenanigans. And we know a shovel, shovels, another word that begins with SH and ends in IT. So it could be that you're really pointing out somebody's BS and shoveling their, out of the way. You wish, though, that you didn't have to do it. You wish that the situation maybe didn't come to this, but it is. And it's time to deal with it. I'm feeling like this thing here, there is a mound. This could be a mound of shenanigan stuff. But also I'm feeling like there's a lot that's gone down between you and this person. And that's what makes it, the wish there, so interesting, because, and maybe that's why we also have this X on the moon. Your emotions are tender about having to do this because there's history there between you and that person. But it's time to call somebody out on their crap and get rid of them from your life, I think. Again, general reading. Now, we have the spade here. And we can read this two ways. We have the letter T, but we also have an anchor if we go down below here. So spade is about legal matters, legal paperwork, things like that. You could be dealing with somebody named T, maybe this first initial first name, first initial last name. Maybe this is something to do with taxes, starting with T, and some sort of working things out legally with that. Anchors are about commitments. Sometimes anchors, though, can be about temporary commitments because an anchor on a boat just keeps you there for a while until you get ready to set sail again. So you perhaps are entering some sort of negotiation, for legal negotiation with something temporary. You don't plan on keeping it around forever. Like, as an example, I love concrete examples. Let's say you are a hairstylist and you are in a group of, you have a salon collective and everybody has their own little space. It can be the type of thing where maybe you just signed the temporary lease for your salon, for your individual salon in the larger salon space for maybe 6 more months because longer term you want to pick up anchor and go somewhere else. So it can be something like that, but there's something legal here, and it may be something you decide that you just want a temporary solution. It could also be with the anchor, since it's more temporary. It could be like, I'm getting like the word stay, not like stay of execution, but like some sort of temporary injunction, temporary, I don't know, I'm trying to think of the legal word here, but you get where I'm going with this. So some sort of temporary injunction to cease and desist, or something gets put on hold until it can get resolved fully later. All right, and then we have here with the bell, we have one bird, and then we have another bird over here. This is a bigger bird, actually. The second bird has a big wing sticking out. It actually kind of looks like a swan. We have this here, and then this big wing. You can't really see it probably on camera, but this big wing is sticking out, and this body shape here. Actually, this one looks more like, whoops, I just lost half its body. Looks like a swan, and then we have the bird over here. So there could be two announcements here with the bell that are coming in maybe the middle of the month. The swan could be to some sort of wedding or engagement party or something associated with swanly things like fashion show, beauty, makeup, jewelry, like something beauteous, something like that. Could be something art related too. Just all the beautiful things in life. And then the bird could be some, the invitation to that swan event. It's not a black swan event. Let's get that out of our heads. Let's not put that out into the universe. We're not talking about that. We're talking about, a beautiful invitation to something artistic or creative or something like that. This is very interesting over here. We have somebody sitting at a table. It's a very big table. It's like 2 tables pushed together. I'm going to read this 2 ways, actually, because this also looks like a pair of sunglasses. Let's read it first as 2 tables pushed together. And there's a person sitting here at the table. But there's not a person on the other side. There's not a person over here. So you could get stood up. You could be, which is very classic in Mercury retrograde. Somebody got the dates confused. You're sitting there at the restaurant or wherever, the cafe, waiting for them to show up, and they don't show up. So just know that. Now, maybe they did it deliberately. I don't know, but that's interesting. I think there could be something like that happening. Or you just decide, I'm going to go out and go to this particular restaurant anyway. I don't care if I don't have anybody to eat with. So it could be that too. But I think it's more like I'm supposed to meet somebody, but what happened to them? And it could be too that because 2 tables are pushed together, it could be you were expecting to be invited to some sort of group function, but maybe you didn't get invited. That's possible too. Like you're expecting to be at that table with lots of other people around, and maybe that's not what happens either. So just apply the energies to your life. Now, this also could be a pair of sunglasses. That's possible. It does look like glasses. Of course, it's dark, so it could be sunglasses. This may also be, it's connected to Saturn here. Saturn's right under here. I would advise that if you haven't had your eyes checked in a while, maybe you need some new glasses. If you're going to buy new glasses, please wait until after Venus goes direct, September 4th. I've been waiting. I already had my eyes checked. I need new glasses. I'm like, I'm not getting them now. So with these glasses here, it may be something like that. You need an eye exam. Saturn is about commitments, keeping things up, taking our body seriously, our physical self, doing the responsible thing, take care of yourself. So it may be time for some of you to get your eyes checked. And I would also say too, keep an eye on your glasses. If you have glasses, like this is, especially since Mercury's retrograde until the 16th of September, this is a classic time where we can lose important things to us and leave them behind in a cab or on the subway or whatever, and you lose your stuff. So keep an eye on your glasses. Some of you, others of you need an eye exam. All right, so that's about it. That's what I see in your cup. Air signs, thank you so much for joining me for your tea and tarot reading for September 2023. Let me know how you plan on using the energies. What are you looking forward to in the month ahead? I would love to hear. Love you guys. Take care. I'll see you again soon. Stella Wilde, signing out.